Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lockhead. Oops, my bad. My name is Derrick-sama. I keep saying my Instagram name as my YouTube channel name, but my name is Derrick-sama, and welcome to my channel. Pretty much, and I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing good. I hope you are focusing on yourself, becoming the better version of yourself, um, and prioritizing your well-being and your health. Um, where you can follow me on Instagram is Lockhead Avatar 2002, and it'll be under the description of the video. But today's topic will be being alone or isolating is good for spiritual growth. The reason why I said that is, well, the reason why I'm doing this topic today is because I was thinking about how, well, for me personally, my growth as a person, um, and how most of it came through me spending time alone, me embracing my own company, me enjoying my own peace, me being comfortable with not a lot of people around me, pretty much. And I think when it comes to the growth of yourself or self growth or you evolving and changing, you need that is one of the steps that you need to take to uh, evolve and have implemented in your life, because sometimes your best ideas or your best um, self concept of who you are comes from you being alone and reflecting. And I think um, from a spiritual aspect, I'm gonna say that it's very good to have that concept down, especially while you're young, so that when outside world's falling apart, you can come to yourself and recalibrate. I think the beauty about being alone, I would say the positives is that you don't have a lot of headache from people, one, and you don't have a lot of tension in your face in the sense of like distractions. And I think single or not single, I feel like all of us should at least have some of our time of our lives being spent alone, reflecting on things that we want, the things we want to change, the things we want to see in our life, the things you envision for ourselves, because those things are very important. And being around a lot of people cannot give that to you, because a lot of times most people are either pretending to be something they're not, or they're trying to fit in, or to conform to whatever standard that today's society deems, the norm. And being alone taught me personally, for me, that I don't need people as much that I thought. Um, Another thing that being alone taught me is that um, reflecting and sorry, I have something on reflecting and taking accountabilities for how we showed up presently and in past situations um, helped me a lot. Um, Me wanting to focusing on one thing at a time helps me. Being alone helps me with that, and then um, also personal care, self care, you know, that too. So it's like, um, I think also it will teach you to have confidence in yourself. It will teach you also to value your peace more, value peace in general, and it will teach you to value your own personal space. So it will teach you a lot of things about you already have that you just don't appreciate in that moment or when you start doing it. now that I am getting older, I mean, I'm not as old, but like, 22, going to be 23 next year. Um, I think I'm gonna be enjoying my alone time, you know, a lot more just because I don't have to feel that feeling to prove my worth to people or explain myself more than needed or feeling like I need to show up a certain type of way, act a certain type of way. I don't need none of that. I really don't. If I'm be honest. And all my organs. And I'm kind of glad that I'm in the place in my life right now where like I am questioning my belief systems. I'm questioning what friends are, family, questioning what is a job, what is a way to like what is my way of living, my ideal way of living, life. Um um Also eating, sleeping. So one thing I have learned from this year is that the only person that will have your back is you. That is it. In this fucking world, the only until I feel like when you become an adult, right, which is 18 and plus, but when you become an adult and you start to mature, you realize the only person that have your back is you. You know yourself better than anybody. You know how the things that trigger you, you know the things that makes you upset, you know the things that make you happy, you know what the things that make you sad. So you showing up for your fucking self will take you far in life, and you understanding that concept now will help you progress very, very, very far in life than a lot of people. Because a lot of people do not choose themselves; they choose other people over themselves. That's either family, friends, society, job, whatever that is. And that made me realize that um, what life is really about is you learning about yourself, but are you willing to choose yourself in situations, just in general? Are you willing to pick yourself first and make sure your priorities is straight first? So that's one thing I realized with life, and I'm grateful for it, for those experiences, because in that moment I felt like shit was going against me and things were not making sense. When I had was in situations where people were like trying to put me in situations where like it was unsafe, or like trying to like backstab me, do all this other stupid shit, talk behind my back, all that nonsense. It made me realize when I had none of those people around me and I had myself, I realized the only person I had was me and the universe, or spirit, or God, whatever they are fucking believe in. And it made me realize to trust in myself a lot more and have faith in myself a lot more than whatever people got going on. So if you want to evolve and grow to become the better version of yourself, being alone is very fundamental thing you need to have down, so that when you feel like things are not going your way, you learn how to fall and rely on yourself. Because people are not going to have your back. So that's the truth. People got their own shit. Like 90% of people got they're worrying about their own problems, the old things they got going through, the things they experience, the traumatic experience, good and bad. So this world is basically you learning about yourself, people, life, which is, the planet you live on, and then um understanding your purpose, pretty much, and utilizing your time to make it work for you, right? And I think the more you understand this concept now, the more you will start to see people for who they are, life for who they are. You start to become more aware of how you choose to show up, the things that you indulge in, the things you give your attention to, the things you eat. So it's very fundamental for you to practice solitude alone. So I think um that is something everybody should be practicing and have down to evolve and spiritually grow to the person they want to become. And I think that also will teach you that um it's okay to feel like you're not included in a lot of things. It will teach you that it will teach you it's okay to not be in everything and at everywhere and at and in people's face all the time. It will teach you that you are already enough and you're more than enough than whatever everybody else is considering what's for you. And have a good sense of self-worth when being alone. Don't use that time to punch down on yourself. Use that time to really treat yourself how you wanted to be treated when you were a kid and you were not given that attention or affectionate. So use this time to spend and treat yourself, because how you treat yourself is how you're going to treat others. So make sure you give yourself the highest quality of love and don't beat yourself so down, because you're not the only one going through the same thing. Other people are going through it, but at different times in their life. So it's very important for you to treat yourself with grace and love, because the only person that understands you is you. So that's all I gotta say. Um, and yeah, and it taught me to take life. Well, one more thing I'll say, like being alone taught me, is to appreciate everything I have, but also take life one day at a time, because this is all part of your movie and your experience, your interpretation of what life is for you. So yeah, that's the only thing I have to say for that. The only thing I think I don't know, I forgot, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, take care.